Yesterday, Jefferson Parish Legislative Delegation, we met on the capital outlay projects throughout Jefferson Parish where we talked about the ones that we submitted for capital outlay projects, and a large majority of them are infrastructure, mostly drainage stuff. But I know Councilman Ronnie will be happy that the first one on the list is the Roosevelt Boulevard improvements that are already, they're underway. It just doesn't look like there's any construction going on because we had to do the traffic studies first and a design. It was at 30% design finish, I think I saw this week. So that's on the list, $7.5 million. Phase 2 of the Lincoln Manor drainage improvements was the second one on the list. South Kenner drainage improvements, which is Williams Boulevard right here between the tracks and Reverend Richard Wilson, that floods every spring. Susan Park drainage improvements, that's just drainage improvements throughout Susan Park. The wastewater system corrective measures, this has been going on for many, many years. We have $325,000 already allocated to the project of state capital outlay, but we need another little over $4 million, $4,064,000. So that's what we request. The new Duke Street Fire Station, it's a $4.5 million. A big one that we have $1 million from capital outlay already given to us for the design is the pump to the river here in South Kenner. As of today, it's a $14 million project that we're asking for. Compromise Street drainage improvements, Jefferson Highway to the railroad tracks, it's the same thing. It's an aged system that needs to be upgraded. Improvements to the 24th Street in Delaware, sewer lift stations, Buddy Lawson Playground, concession stand and press box. Some of these have been left over from, they've been in capital outlay requests for several years. Improvements to Mus Bertolino Regional High School Stadium, Kenner City Park Phase 2, which is 3 new gazebos, Loyola restriping, which was done, and that's it on the capital outlay.
Greg Tabb, 3720 West Loyola Drive. First of all, I just want to thank Councilman Wilmot for standing firm for the people. I appreciate that, and a lot of others do as well. The other thing I want to bring up, and while I can understand the movement, our first responders, and I've said this many times before, deserve a whole lot more than what they're getting. You know, I question whether we pay them enough. I question whether or not they have the benefits that they should have. I question whether or not that they have the equipment that they need when they do go out. No telling what they're going to run into. And it's kind of sad when you hear of something that took place over 10 years ago and it's just now getting resolved. And I just find that it's very bad and it doesn't speak well for the city. Now, I know a lot of y'all were here when that took place, but still, my contention is simple. Our first responders deserve a whole lot better, and we should, as a city, be giving it to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taft. Matthew Hotard.
Good afternoon. I'm Matthew Hotard, 66 Red Oak. I'm an operator in the Kenner Fire Department and also the president of the Local 1427 Kenner Firefighter Association. First and foremost, thank you, Mr. Stepp, for that. Appreciate you being so vocal. I also wanted to thank the city administration for fixing something that has obviously taken way too long. I can tell you that because of the position I'm in, I would like to thank you on the behalf of our retirees. I don't think you understand how much this means to not only them, but to our department. So thank you very much. I wanted to direct my question to the mayor or whoever's in the mayor's office. In the beginning, I heard him say something about $4 million for the proposed station 38 on Duke Street. I know that there were original plans for that station, but I do also remember Mr. Jose, when we were in the other building, saying something that there were, I was going to ask if the plans were redone. I will say that the mayor, when we asked for it, sent us the plans for the station for us to to see and to look at. I just wanted to know if there was any revisions from the original plans that were put out years ago, and if not, is this the finalized plans, or is there room for looking at it as far as it goes into the working space of the department, how the station is utilized by the men and women?
Yeah, no, that was I guess, the latest draft that we had, that we got from Terrence, from the fire chief. So, yeah, it's not final yet.
Okay, that was it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hotz.